Folks, we could be in a recession right now, and Joe Biden doesn't want you to know that. Welcome back, everyone. Hope you've been well. Hope your week is going well so far. We could be in a recession right now, or a recession could be imminent on the way. And the fact is that the White House is denying it. They're covering it up and changing the definition of a recession. So let's unpack this and see if the president is essentially blatantly lying to the American people. We're going to be talking about this breaking news in today's video. Let's get started and dive right in. But before we do, as always, make sure you guys do a couple things for me. Number one, give this video a tremendous thumbs up. Smash the like button. I would appreciate that. If this video does get to 500 likes, we will do a cash giveaway where we give away $100 to a few of you lucky subscribers. If you haven't already, make sure you are subscribed and have those notifications turned on. Once we hit 20,000 subscribers, we'll do another cash giveaway, and that could be right around the corner at the pace we're going. You'll have to be subscribed to be entered in that giveaway. With that being said, let's get started and get right down to it. So last week, the White House Council of Economic Advisors had said that even if Friday's advance estimate of the country's GDP is negative, it's still, quote, unlikely to be indicative that the country is in a recession. As we are all fully acclimated with and have come to know that a recession refers to 2 consecutive quarters of negative economic production. And so in a statement, the White House said that if there are 2 consecutive quarters of negative growth, that it does not mean that we're in a recession and that there's basically nothing to worry about and just live on freely. Let's take a look at the statement, and so you guys can make your own judgment and read exactly what they said. This is from the White House themselves on wh.gov, dated July 21st of this year. Quote, "What is a recession? While some maintain that 2 consecutive quarters of falling real GDP constitute a recession, that is neither the official definition nor the way economists evaluate the state of the business cycle. Instead, both official determinations of recessions and economists' assessment of economic activity are based on a holistic look at the data, including the labor market, consumer and business spending, industrial production, and incomes. Based on these data, it is unlikely that the decline in GDP in the first quarter of this year, even if followed by another GDP decline in the second quarter, indicates a recession." In that White House blog post, they cited figures from the National Bureau of Economic Research and said, quote, "Recession indicator variables have exhibited strong growth in the U.S. economy since the start of the pandemic and have continued to expand through the first half of this year." This is just a total bait and switch, a total flip-flop, and the White House is backpedaling on some of the things that Joe Biden had said when he was debating Trump and running for president. This is amid the new inflation data that showed that inflation hit a new 40-year high, reaching 9.1%. Also on NBC News' Meet the Press, the Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen had said that the economy is not in a recession, but rather one that's in a, quote, period of transition where growth is slowing. So again, a total change, a total shift of definition here. They just don't want to use that R word. They don't want to say it. Yellen went on to say that the labor market is now extremely strong. This is not an economy that's in a recession, but we're in a period of transition in which growth is slowing, and that's necessary and appropriate, and we need to be growing at a steady and sustainable pace. So there is a slowdown, and businesses can see that, and that's appropriate given that people now have jobs and we have a strong labor market. Now, granted, if this happened under the Trump administration, you would be certain that the Democrats and the left would be saying that there is a recession and it's imminent or right around the corner and that we're in a recession right now. So total politicking and total change in tone. So naturally, Republicans were quick to respond to this on TV and all over social media and basically said the complete antithesis, that we are in a recession and that we should not change the definition. Republican National Committee spokesperson Will O'Grady told Fox Business that redefining what a recession is will not fix some of the legislative actions that Democrats have taken, saying, quote, "Joe Biden turned a recovery into a likely recession. Redefining the word will not fix the fact that Democrats wasted $1.9 trillion, resulting in skyrocketing costs for Americans. This further underscores how out of touch Biden and Democrats are with the pain families are feeling." Now, just so you understand that the Trump administration also printed trillions of dollars for their stimulus packages as well. So this is not unique and exclusive to the new administration, because under the Trump administration, there were multiple stimulus packages and extensions that we have covered in great detail over the course of the last couple of years. Even the infamous Big Short investor Michael Burry, he blasted Biden and the White House for seemingly changing the definition of a recession. Burry tweeted in response to that White House blog post saying, quote, "The White House would like you to redefine a recession as one in which consumers are not borrowing on credit cards to pay for inflation, and neither is the labor force inadequate for the size of the economy. GDP out Thursday. Not that there's anything wrong with that." And what Burry is essentially saying here is that in anticipation of bad news for this GDP data, they want to trick the American people beforehand to cover themselves, knowing that the GDP data will probably not be good. Michael Burry, along with plenty of economists and experts, have been uber pessimistic about the outlook of the economy and are anticipating not just a short recession, but a long recession that could last the next year to maybe even 3 years. And the White House unanimously agrees about this definition of a recession. No one has been pushing back on this, even one of the White House's top economic figures. Remember, rarely has GDP shrunk for 2 consecutive quarters without a recession being declared, so this would be a unique taboo situation. But the top White House economic advisor, Brian Dees, said in a press briefing this week, quote, "As Secretary Yellen said on Sunday, 2 negative quarters of GDP growth is not the technical definition of recession. It's not the definition that economists have traditionally relied on." And he went on to say that the administration has a goal of transitioning from a historically strong recovery into a period of more stable and steady growth. Then he went on to say the totality of the economic data is consistent with that type of transition and is not consistent with a recession. So if the GDP data that is expected to be coming very soon does indeed show negative results, well, the Republicans have just been handed yet another W, a huge win ahead of the midterm elections. It just is unfortunate for the Democrats and President Biden that they cannot seem to catch a break. They cannot catch a small victory, and it has only been negative news on top of negative news. But if indeed within the next week economists are shouting that we're in a recession and that there's no two ways about it, it's 100% a real recession, it's here right now, you have to think that the White House is blatantly potentially lying to the American people and doesn't want to tell the truth about the economic state of the country right now. And I think that's a worse look for the White House, and it would only make President Biden look even worse if Biden didn't just say, folks, we are in a recession, but we're going to get through this, and here's our plan of action. We have to do A, B, and C. But instead, the White House might want to just beat around the bush and not even refer to the word recession and just say everything's okay and paint a rosy picture. So let's get your input, guys. Let's get your thoughts and opinions, because it's an interesting dynamic. You could have a split screen here. We have 2 totally different sides saying 2 totally different things. So do you think we're going to be in a recession? Do you think that the White House is right? Do you think that they're wrong? Do you think that they should just come out and say that we're probably going to be in a recession? What do you think of their statement, that blog post? Let us know your thoughts down below in the comment section. I'm curious to hear. We'll try not to do too much fighting, but we'll keep it as PG as possible. More news and developments will follow suit very soon. We'll keep our eyes peeled for that GDP news, and we're eagerly awaiting that data, so stay tuned. This is your one-stop shop. All updates can be found right here on this channel. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you found value in it. If you did, share it with a friend, get the word out, spread it on social media. Make sure you smash that like button. I'd appreciate that. Make sure you are subscribed and have notifications turned on, and that will notify you every time we do upload a brand new video right here on this channel. And we post weekly on a weekly basis with no exceptions and no excuses. If you guys want to get some free stocks, all new, all free, use the links down below in the description of this video. Sign up with the brokerage platforms, Robinhood and or Webull. We'll get some free stocks, some valued to thousands of dollars in some cases. So let us know what stocks you get. And if you want to connect me on social media, I am on Instagram, I'm on Facebook. Use the links down below in the description. And I look forward to meeting you there. And I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Take care for now.